Hi guys, and welcome back to 10 in 10. Today I promised we're gonna work our quads. So first of all, just sit down like I am. If your knees are hurting here, then you need to prop some pillow under your hamstrings and your calves, so you don't have as much pressure in the knee as you have now. If you're fine, then just sit here and lean back and place your hands behind you and squeeze your butt. The squeezing of the butt is very important to tilt our hips the right direction, so think like Michael Jackson. Ow! Hips up and lean back. And you need to engage your belly here, otherwise you're gonna hurt your spine. So pull the navel in, exactly like someone was gonna punch you in the belly. Just squeeze your butt and your belly and stretch both legs at the same time. I think we did this one Monday, but we just did it for maybe 20 seconds. We're gonna try a full minute here today. Really engage your core and your glutes. You can even try to push the hips up here and go for an intense stretch in the rectus femoris and all the other juicy muscles on the front that get very stiff in jiu-jitsu, both from top and bottom. There is no position in jiu-jitsu where you actually get this of an intense stretch, unless someone is like back mounting you and stretching you out. So some poses in yoga we do to mimic the poses we do in jiu-jitsu, the positions, and some we do to counter the effects, the bad effects that jiu-jitsu inevitably have on our body. And this is one of the poses that we never do in jiu-jitsu, and that's why it's so important to do. Take 5 more breaths. And then just to counter this one, sit down in a squat, move around a little bit. And now let's do the same thing again, but instead of working both muscles at the same time, we sit down on our right knee, place our left foot in the floor, and make sure your butt is on top of the heel, so the heel is not pushing to the outside of your hip. You're sitting down on your own heel. And now you can feel it's a lot less work for the core and butt. Now you can use your weight to push at the perfect spot to get a stretch. And now we're already prepped. The last pose was actually just a prep, so you would get the feeling of the stretch, and now you can actually move deeper into the stretch. Again, if your ankle is hurting, place something under the ankle, just a pillow or something close by to take the pressure away from this joint and put it in this muscle instead. Take 5 more here. Inhale deep, exhale slow. Inhale deep, exhale slow. And switch sides. Left knee in the ground, right foot up, leaning back. Placing the butt straight on top of your heel. Use your body weight and try to relax on top of your hips. So the heavier your hips, the more intense the stretch. The psoas muscle connect from all the vertebrae in the lower back through your body down to the inner thigh like this. And it's the only muscle connecting our upper body to our lower body directly. So if we can stretch the hip flexors and the front of our thighs, the whole structure will change. I have a friend who got herniated discs from having one psoas so tight. It was so tight that it pulled the lower back forward and eventually gave him herniated discs in the lower back. And if he would have done this 10 minutes every day, I can guarantee you it would never have happened. So in jiu-jitsu, we always want to squeeze tight to defend, squeeze tight to attack. We never stretch out. I recently started doing capoeira, and it's completely different than jiu-jitsu. When you attack, you reach out and you stretch, and it's something very different. That's why we need stuff like this, yoga, capoeira, things that opens you up instead of closes you in. So if you only do jiu-jitsu and you train like 4, 5, 6, 7 sessions a week and you don't do anything else, you're actually cramping up your body like crazy. That's why yoga for BJJ is so damn important, and that's why I love my work, because I know from the bottom of my heart that you really need this stuff to survive on the mat. One more breath. Sit down on your butt and stretch your legs out. Shake your legs. Take a quick forward fold. Just a couple of breaths here. And then grab your belt. Place your belt around your right ankle. You can even make you can make a prison here and really strap up the ankle. Get into lizard pose, so the left foot is forward like this, and then grab your belt with the left hand, so the opposite hand. So you have a triangle with your right hand forward and your left foot forward. Now try to catch as close to the foot as possible. You might not need the belt and you can just catch the ankle. If you can't, then just grab the belt like this and hug the heel towards your butt. If you have a long belt, you might be able to pull the belt over your shoulder, but it might be too intense. So you just need your belt to hug your heel towards your butt. So anything that works, grab your foot, grab your belt, grab wherever you want, but make sure if your right hand is if your left foot is forward, you're grabbing with the left hand. So not like this. This is not good for the knee. Take 7 more breaths here. And also make sure that you don't have a too little distance between the knee and the heel like this. Step the left foot far forward. And switch sides. If you need the belt, you catch your left foot with the belt like this. Might pull it over your shoulder for a super intense stretch, or just catch the foot with your hand and release your hips down. You don't want to stay up here. You want to move your hips down towards your right heel and pull the heel in towards your butt. Don't drop into your shoulder. Try to lift your upper body away from the arm and instead move towards the foot instead of leaning all your weight into the arm. Two more breaths. And release. Sit back on your knees and place your back towards a wall. So the same pose we did earlier, only now we're supported with our shoulders. And I want you to do the very next jiu-jitsu session you do, I want you to do this one in between rounds. So if you don't go every round, if you're gonna rest, don't do the BJJ pose. This is the BJJ pose. Stop doing this shit. This doesn't help anything. Either you sit on your butt with your spine straight, or you sit on your knees. No slouching. You slouch enough when you actually train. So in between rounds, I want you to sit like this, squeeze your butt, and drop down like this. So it's okay to slouch the upper back here, because the more you do that, the more you stretch your legs. So slouching in the upper back is okay if you stretch the front of your thighs. Thank you guys for today. Tomorrow we're gonna work our core, so we're gonna strengthen our core with some nasty exercises. Don't skip. See you tomorrow. Us.